Hello, hello. All right, we're late, but it's actually not my fault this time. Jesus Christ, let me tell you. Just tech issues, man. There's nothing more frustrating in this life than, like, ridiculous tech issues. Sends me into my, like, absolute mental asylum state of mind. It's the worst. Okay. But it's done now. We fixed it. We're here. Hello. We are actually here. Even though I teased that I might be too tired to be here. But I am. So that's fine. Alright, so that's up. Oof, we need that. Hang on, we need to... Got to bring this up. Just finished off some barbecue shapes. Yum. Okay, but we'll let this load while I'm trying to fix this thing. Cool. All right. All right. Why isn't it all there? Why not? Ah, right. Okay. There we go. That's better. All right. Sorry, I just had to get the like chat combiner thing to work properly. Okay. So we went through all of the stuff we went through yesterday, all the exploration. We found the SAM. We got that going. We did this massive hypertube. So now we can just build this refinery. So let's actually figure this out. So we know that there is 2 normals and 2 pures. So let's give it a little strong. Probably could have done this closer so we didn't have to wait for it so long for the little scanner to get there, but oops, that's not what we want. Jesus, it really takes a while to get there, doesn't it? And we know there's another one here. So pure, normal, normal. Oil extractor. So I'm assuming on a normal, so it's 120 a minute squared. So 120, we just won't worry about the squared. 120 a minute on a normal. So you'd think a pure would be double that. So we've got 240 plus 2 120s, which is another 240, which is 720. Right? Oops. Probably the worst place to stand to be doing this. Oh, we need the... Where's our tractor? There it is. We just need to go grab one of them out. We need some copper. Oh, that's right. We ran out of copper sheets. All right, we'll grab some biofuel. Hopefully we won't need biofuel for much longer because we'll have like actual fuel once we finish doing this. Take that. Grab a bun. We don't need that many copper sheets because We're about finished with this hypertube, but we'll grab a decent amount. 600 will probably do. So now we have 720, right? Which means 720. So that's 30. Plastic is 30. And rubber is 30. 720 divided by 30 is 24. So I assume we want to just, for the beginning, till at least we know what we're doing, we want to halve this. So we want 12 refineries for plastic, 12 refineries for rubber. And they both produce 10, 20. Okay. Well, 12 times 10 is 120. And 12 times 20 is 240. So 360. Right? Yeah, so that will create 360 heavy oil residue a minute. So we'll need 6 refineries to do 360. And then what we do with this fuel after, I think that's the next part. So we need 6 more. So 24, so we need 30 refineries. Jesus Christ. Okay. So we're going to need to get way more encased beams, way more steel pipes, a few more copper sheets, probably some more motors too. Let's take a decent amount here. Really doesn't alt tab out of this game very well anymore for some reason. That's really odd. Never been that bad. It's actually done alt tabbing pretty well. I'm assuming you're still on. Okay. Let's put you on wood for a little bit. Probably go back and get the tractor because we need to know exactly what's in the back of that before we grab everything we need. We've probably got more than, well, none of this requires heavily modular frames, so that probably helps. Right, so with all the motors that we have, probably take 50 more just in case. We have enough. We need to grab basically one more. We need basically another 100 beams. Maybe grab 200 more of that and like another couple hundred steel pipes. Okay. we'll put another hard drive on as well. We got a bunch of heavy modular frames, so that should be fine too. In the dimensional storage. So I can grab more of these. Jesus, there's just an enormous hole we've left here. Where is it? Here. That'll probably be enough, I would think. And it's not going to be so much about... We might grab some more reinforced plates while we're there, but it's not going to be so much about the plates as it is going to be about the pipes. Let's... Yeah, we just need lots of copper sheets for this. It's fine. Gone completely the wrong direction. All right. I think the other thing we need to keep in mind is these. We can't just have like 720 all just going through one pipe because they can only handle one, right? We're gonna have to figure out a way to split these into thirds. Okay, so plenty of motors, case beams, plenty of steel pipes. Get rid of all of this. Barrel nuts. Food. We need to get some more of that. That'll do. Actually, what we should do... I think we might need coal for this. Damn it. We delete that coal. We keep it. We won't worry about it then, but we do need to make some more explosives. So let's keep the one we've got. Hard drive away. We'll put the grass or the thing as we go past. And we'll get some reinforced plates and then we'll be on our way. You done? Ah, because you're full. All right, let's speed this up a little bit. You've cleared out here. We just need to get you to get through this. That is a Mark III belt, though. Ah, because it can't keep making it until it's under 80. Okay, that makes sense. Well, at least we got at least we got plenty of fuel. Right, let's go get these plates while we're waiting for this to happen. Take like... I mean, we won't need too many Mark II belts, so we won't take too much with us, but we also need some more Mark I metal plates. Take also just the general foundations, because this factory is probably going to be pretty big, and concrete. In fact, let's make this whole thing out of concrete. To make it look a bit cooler. Should do. Very, very cool, Kanye. Oh, still almost perfect. All right, and we want leaves. Take all these with us, because who cares how long this takes when we're not here. Cool, and we're even more empty now. Delete that. Perfect. I feel like we probably should grab some more of these, because we're going to need power cables and stuff. All right. We not leave that there either. This one. Cool. All right, I think we're ready to go. So it is unfortunate that having just built this extensive hyperloop that we have to drive there, but there's a lot of shit for these refineries in the back of this tractor, so probably worth it this one time. Never mind my terrible driving. At least it's generally easier to follow the track now, because we can just follow the hyperloop. You got COVID for the 4th time, it seems. Jesus. I was going to say that's unlucky. That's it. That seems unlucky, but I don't know, is it? I think it might depend. It might depend on where you live and what you do. Like, I've only got COVID once, but I think I'm pretty rare. I think most people have had it, like, at least twice. I would say most people have had it twice, maybe 3 times. I feel like 4th is probably pretty unlucky. Like, yeah, for the first time. That does make sense. I think that's a lot of people's reaction. Like, depending on whether you're a vax person or not. But, like, even the first time, a lot of people said if they were on their 2nd booster shot or whatever, they said it wasn't too bad. And then, yeah. Once they got it again, it was just like a bit of a cold. Which, you know, like, having a cold is still not super fun, right? It's not like, well, it's fine, it's just a cold. Like, having a cold is still a terrible time. Yeah. Even the first time I had it, like, it wasn't too bad. Like, it was mostly just, it felt like someone was stabbing me. I had a real stabbing pain in my throat. I just felt tired. But, like, it was nowhere near as bad as some people have described it. Like, some people have, like, actual horror stories. But, yeah. But I also, you know, have been locked down so much. I didn't get it for ages. Like, well after. I think I was on my first booster shot by the time I had it, so... I had a fever and awful back pain for a week. Yeah. Yeah, so I think there's so many factors go into, like, people's experience with it. Some people, it depends when you had it. It depends from person to person. It depends whether you were vaccinated. It depends what strain you had. Like, there's so many things, so many factors that go into how everyone experienced it the first time. Did you really? Yeah, that sucks. We were really, like, being in Australia, we were pretty largely unaffected because we had all those lockdowns and shit, which is kind of good. Like, I'm one of those people that were glad we went, how we went about dealing with the virus. I'm happy we did it that way. Because not that many people would, like, I think it was like under 100,000 people. Like, not even that. I think it was like under 50,000 people got COVID in Australia before the vaccine was available. So it really wasn't that bad here. But yeah, if you got it before the vaccine was made, it would have kicked you in the ass. That would have been real bad. Yeah, exactly. Saved it, yeah, a lot. At least here, it saved a lot. A lot of old people didn't die. A lot of old people did die, but a lot of old people didn't die. Which is, you know, all you can really ask for. Drive our little truck across here. This definitely won't make it all the way across this river, so we've just got to figure out how far is it going to go. You get the steel pipes, okay. But yeah, not a fun experience. Although you know, like I said, it's not. I wasn't exactly bedridden, you know, like. I was still well enough to be able to sit on the couch and watch TV, but it felt like someone was stabbing me in the throat. Hi, Senpai, how you doing? We're lucky to be here today because, and not because I'm tired from boxing, because like I was going to, but I had an actual like meltdown. I had a technology meltdown. That's why we didn't start till like, well, it's 4 o'clock now. I think we started at like 3:40 or something. I just got over food poisoning about 6 hours before I came. Oh, Jesus. That sucks. But yeah, like, for 15 minutes, I couldn't find... I went to set all the, like, software up to have the stream on. And then all of a sudden... Because I can hear myself in my headphones, just so I can know that the sound is all right, and I can... make sure my voice is coming through and everything, so I can hear myself. And I just couldn't hear myself. And then I realized there were no sounds. There were no music playing. YouTube wouldn't work. Spotify, I was just like wrapping my brain. 10 minutes of tearing my hair out, I realized I'd accidentally pulled the headphone out of the jack. I was just like, you... And then I restarted the computer to try and fix whatever the sound issue was. And then the restart ruined something else. It started creating this like popping sound in my headphone. It's just like I spent 40 minutes. And you know, it's like when you're trying to troubleshoot technology issues when you can't use any specific words. So you try to Google it, and if you try to Google Windows 11 popping sound, like the help you get from that kind of Google is like so unbelievably useless. And so it's just me trawling through like Microsoft support threads and Reddit threads about people about sound cutting in and out. Do I describe it as sound popping? And like I was almost about to give up. Me like I can't, like obviously I can't play if the sound's cutting in and out. I can't get this fixed. And then one random comment said, you put your computer to sleep and wake it up again and the popping sound will be gone. I was like, surely it can't be that easy. I tried it and it happened and it worked. I was like, that is unbelievable. That is so at least, and it's been a problem. So like I first got this computer and it started doing it obviously after every time I restarted, but I didn't know that's what it was. It always happened after the forced reset overnight for a security update or like a Windows update, and all this popping would come. So what I've been doing is I've been undoing the Windows security updates to try to get rid of the popping sound. I never really figured out how to fix it. But now, at least I know how to fix it, and I don't have to keep uninstalling the security updates. Yeah, so I use Windows. I wish Windows XP or Windows 7. Windows 7 and Windows XP are like the equal goats of operating systems. But like at least I like the little part of me now is quite happy that I now know how to fix it. Because Jesus Christ, that was. But yes, we're glad there's this stream today, because I was on the verge of just like actually raging out. I actually swore really loudly at one point, and my partner came in and she's like, "Hey, are you all right?" I was like, "Yes, I'm fine." You know, it's like that little check-in. Oh, yeah, not good, especially on a Friday afternoon when you just, you know, you're trying to relax, trying to have a good time. Game, yeah. And like, she knows this very well. Like, it's one of my Achilles heels. Technology not working when it's supposed to. And like, for no discernible reason. Like, whenever we go on holiday, we got to this habit of, we take, what's it called? What's the Google device you can plug into a TV and then you can stream to that device? What's it called? Like, it's like a Fire Stick, but it's the Google version of it. Chromecast, that's it. So we kept going to these like hotels or out to places that like you'd go into the hotel room or whatever, and it would just be like an old DVD player and like the country TV stations. And we're like, well, obviously we're not doing this. So we bought a Chromecast so that we can watch our normal shows when we go on holiday, you know, at nighttime when we don't want to do anything else. And like getting that thing to work on the hotel Wi-Fi every time we go on holiday, it's almost part of her psyche to be like, she needs to just leave the hotel room for an hour while I rage out trying to get Chromecast to work on the hotel Wi-Fi. And it happens almost every time. And it's just, but I always get it. I always get it to work. I don't have Factorio 2. Is that the space race or whatever I keep seeing? Is that what it is? Because I feel like that looks like it's just, isn't that just an expansion for Factorio? Roku's work really well. Yeah, someone, I forgot who was saying it. Someone, I don't remember who it was saying that the Fire Sticks are also really good. I think that's Amazon. Fire Sticks. Very, very good. So Thunderhawk, your food poisoning. What kind of food poisoning was it? Was it like a I can never eat this again food poisoning, or? Because I've played Factorio before. I've never gotten very far because I always get... It's one of those games I always get sidetracked for some reason. I don't like this. We're going to be driving through the power line. What can we do here? Ate a bad burger. Yesterday swore off meat, but it's better today. Yeah. I feel like, yeah. Like, obviously with food poisoning, a lot of the time it is, I can never eat this thing again. But I think with something so ubiquitous like a burger, you would never get away with saying, I will never eat that again. Especially swearing off meat in general, that would be rough. Got you up next to me. No worries. Lurk away. I love a good lurk. There's going to be, a lot of this stream is going to be me talking to myself about this refinery I'm building, so that's fine. Turned down a steak today for chicken noodle soup. Jesus. I mean, a good chicken noodle soup, though. Especially when you're feeling bad. Mate. I still don't like this. But I don't really have a better solution. I reckon we can send this under. We're just going to have to put up with it until we know what our power requirements are a bit better. I think that. Okay. We need to start planning this factory. Okay, so we know there's one here. Pretty sure there's one here. Because I remember we came over here and we saw it. I'm pretty sure we saw it. There's a big dude here we've got to fight off first. And the tractor's not here to hide behind either. Ow. Honestly, when fighting this, like, less movement is better. Like, we're just going to absolutely YOLO our way at this. Can't believe we didn't take a single bit of damage from that. Yeah, there's pure oil here. Why is that not showing up when I scan it? Isn't that weird? And now this one isn't showing up. Isn't that strange? Okay. We know it's all there. I think I lost about 2 kilos in 24 hours of puke. Jesus. I mean, depending on what your life goals are, some might see that as a benefit, but you know, I'm not going to go ahead. I'm not going to go and say that's good, but some people might think that is good. And then we need to fight off these to that oil patch. So we're just going to brave hard our way in here. Tell you what, it'd be nice when we get... I remember there being on the technology tree a rifle. That'll be nice when we get a better gun. Shooting these one bullet at a time is like not ideal. 1.9 meters, 71 kilos. Yeah, right. That is very... Okay, because I'm like 1.8. I think I'm like 187. It's very kind of you to convert into the rest of the world metrics too, by the way. Instead of just saying your 1.9 would be almost 6 foot, right? But yeah, 71 kilos to be almost 6 foot. That's pretty skinny. We don't have a lot of kilos to be throwing up. 6'3". Maybe I'm 170 because I'm 5'11". As hesitant as I am to say that because everyone who's 5'11" is actually 6 foot. Fuck. 6'3". I must be thinking of... Yeah, these Blade Runners are very handy. Although I'm not timing this very well, am I? Okay, we can probably just sword these guys to death for the rest of it. I'm 5'11" when I was 15. I used to weigh 100 kilos. Yeah, right. That's pretty big. And I mean, I don't say that. I mean that in a midway, big way. I'm like 90. I fluctuate between 95 and 97. But I also go to the gym a lot, so I know for a 15-year-old, that's pretty big. 6 foot. If you're 6'3" and 71 kilos, you must be very lean. I wish you were like. I guess it all depends. It's kind of hard to get like you can get a kind of a glimpse of what someone's like with figures like that. But, you know, that could be anything between just an absolute beefcake and just huge. This then? So can we put a extractor on that? No, we can't. I'm assuming you shouldn't try and blow this up, right? I mean, we're going to try. Okay. There must be some technology to unlock this. Okay. So these are our 4 oil fields. Probably is quicker just to run at these guys, right? We'll take some damage, but it's fine. We have to do some serious... This guy's back. And this guy we actually have to fight properly, I think. There's another one. Try and take the little one out first, so we only have one thing to worry about. He's a good shot with that charged up one. Probably don't need to be picking all these remains up either. Metric. I'm equally good with both standards and metric other than temperature. Yeah, okay. I mean, if you spend enough time on the internet, you probably get very used to using both anyway, right? But yeah, you only talk about temperatures and Fahrenheit. It's only because, I mean, Fahrenheit to Celsius is a kind of a pain in the ass to convert. Because it's like the whole minus 32 and then basically half it, which is a weird thing to do on the fly. But yeah, well, exactly. And most science is done in metric, so you kind of have to, right? That's the other one there. Okay. We need to do some figuring out of what we're going to do here. Because we're going to have 24 refineries. 12 making rubber, 12 making plastic. Hello. Yeah? Okay.
I don't know that I can have Monday off.
Why not?
So much work.
It's not your fault. It's not your problem.
But it is my problem.
It'll be there when you'll get back.
But I have people.
Okay. No. And just don't take the day off then. No.
I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
I'm not angry, just disappointed. No, it's your life. You can do what you want. You want to get rid of your day off to go back to work? Do it. She does sound sad. She is sad. We're supposed to have a 4-day weekend because here in Victoria we have a horse race called the Melbourne Cup, and it's a public holiday. She's taken Monday off, so we're supposed to have 4 days off. But apparently she has too much work to do, so she's gonna ruin our.
Like we were going somewhere, we had any plans whatsoever.
She's gonna ruin our over-planned holiday.
What?
By going to work. Ugh. Well, if you really feel like you can't take, because there's no point taking the day off and then spending the whole day like feeling guilty about work, right? Because that's just a waste of a day off. Yeah. So if you really do feel that bad about it, then just.
And the anxiety I will feel on Wednesday morning when I have fucking 3,000. It's just not.
So like, because time off is a finite resource, you should try and maximize your enjoyment of that finite time.
It's a deal then. We are not having Monday off anymore.
All right. Great. Exactly. Weeks and work anxieties met Sundays. You get it, Thunderhawk. Get it. So I guess the question, let's paint this up. First off, let's not blind everybody. Let's make this a little bit darker. So if this has to come from, well, there's a, we want white. So if there's a, oh God. Really drawing what art? Why is that right click? That's so weird. All right, so if there's a pure, and 2 normals, all right? Which are going to be 240 each. And a pipe. can do 300. But it's not enough for it to be... It's not enough for 12 to have one pipe going to it and 12 having one pipe. Because... that's 360. So it's more than a pipe can handle. Right? So it's got to be 3 pipes. But we're making rubber and plastic. So we're going to have one pipe going to rubber, exclusively one pipe going to plastic, and then actually might be a different way to do this. I don't know why I'm doing this way, but maybe if we go the normals in the middle, pure on the outside, and we combine them and then split them. Or it's possible that we will just keep them split. We don't have holiday for any sport here in the US. Well, yeah, this is a state. This is a state public holiday. It's not a federal public holiday. So it's like, I don't know. I can only assume, but let's assume Kentucky had a state public holiday for the Kentucky Derby. I wonder if that's a thing. Because that sounds like it would be a thing. That's the Melbourne Cup is like the Kentucky Derby, but for Australia. And so it's not like a national holiday for the race. It's just a state one. It isn't. Oh, okay. Well, as an example, that's what this would be like. It's just a state public holiday. Unless you count war as a sport. Well, that's true. Because Independence Day, well, yeah, because you won a war. Yeah. Yeah. So I think this is the way to go. So we don't really have state days off per state here. Yeah, I'm surprised that you don't have more state holidays. We have, like, I would say half of our half our public holidays are state, half of them are federal. I think all the federal ones are like Anzac Day, Christmas, and Easter. They're all the federal ones, and all the other ones, all the bank holidays, grand final, all that kind of stuff. Our state. In fact, the state that I live in, Victoria, we have 2 sport holidays. We have the Melbourne Cup, which is a state one, and we also have Grand Final Day, which is a state public holiday. So we have 2 sport public holidays. 95% of federal, I would say. Yeah. Well, it's probably more because, I don't know, but you have like 50 states, right? So like, it'd be a little bit more chaotic having them all line up together. But I guess it wouldn't really matter, whereas we only have 7. And most of the people only live in 3. But all our bank holidays are different, and all our Queen's birthday holidays are different. Well, King's birthday. Right, so we're going to do it like this. And this is the pure ones are here and here. But the normals are here and here. I would say then you should have the pipes coming in and then the refineries that way, and the pipes coming in and the refineries that way. I also didn't take into account the fact that we're going to need 4 oil extractors too. I think we probably will have... Oh, no, that's a lot of encased beams that we do not have. delete that. Hello.
Hi.
You going for a walk?
My shoes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring out a Kiwi.
Okay. Or are you just gonna leave him in the car? Yeah, I'll be right. You'll be right. We need to get more cables. Okay. Delete all this crap. We don't need it. American employees don't really believe in... Well, that's what I mean. I guess it probably comes down to we have a lot more state public holidays for the same reason that we have, like... We have guaranteed 2 weeks paid annual leave every year, and we have guaranteed sick days and stuff. I think our labor relation laws are probably just a lot stronger on the worker side than Americans. You know, the ongoing conversation about tipping culture and minimum wage and stuff you always hear about America, like their industrial relations laws are lot less strong than they are here. Because I tell you what, Australians don't care about much, but if you try to take their public holidays away, they would actually riot. Yeah, exactly. Whereas, like, if you try to have employees without paid annual leave here, you would get actually reamed by the federal government. Like, you would get torn to shreds. Okay. Just trying to... Because the thing is, you don't want to build anything too big until you're sure about the layout, but... I think this will be fine. It's going to be like... It's going to start in the middle. The other one's like, man, I don't understand why the scan radius on the thing is so small for oil. Okay, so if we want it to be the middle of the factory floor to be right in the middle, like just behind us. Yeah, about here. So, I guess we break ground. Some companies here are good though. My best friend is having to take 6 weeks off work for surgery and getting paid her salary the whole time. I guess that's probably, yeah. Probably the biggest big difference is like it's so varied, right? God. Right. So it's basically where this bush is. We gotta remember. X marks the spot. This is where we buried the pirate treasure here. But like it's so varied because like you even hear about I think this is kind of a thing in Australia, but it's pretty rare. But like you hear about a lot of tech companies where you have unlimited time off. Just like it seems unbelievable, but I guess it's probably one of those positions where like you have to meet the deadlines and you get to take off as much time as you want as long as you meet the deadlines, and joke's on you, that's actually nothing. So if you can take unlimited time off, but you also can't, so too bad. I don't love that the world grid is not conforming to the factory that I want to build. Yeah, it probably depends on... probably a lot of larger companies, right, that don't do that kind of thing, but I'd say smaller companies would do things like your friend 6 weeks off surgery, because if they know they're a good worker, they're going to do anything to try and keep them, whereas a large company doesn't give a shit about people. They'll just like, they've got higher turnover, they'll just hire somebody else. It's millions for defense. Yeah, okay. Okay, so if you have to build it on this angle, that's going to change a little bit. So we're looking exactly the way the grid goes. So it's going to go like this. Single-handedly responsible for resuming F-35 production after months of stoppages. Wow, no wonder she... yeah. No wonder they want to keep her around, right? There are some things you can't outsource. There's, you know, some things you can't just go out and hire somebody else if their conditions aren't being met, you know? She must be a very interesting friend to have. What is going on here? So we can see down in the bottom left mouse button is build, right? She's the most intriguing person I know. I can imagine. What is going on? Okay. Weird. So we're going to want this to be pretty high. Jesus. Okay. Oh, that's right, also. Concrete. We're building this out of concrete just for, you know. For a laugh. Don't really know how big this needs to be, but I imagine, given how large these refineries are, I'm going to go ahead and say pretty big. In fact, let's have a little sense check here. Refinery. Some steel tubes. I mean, you need to put 24 on here, so it's going to be quite sizable. Production refinery. You're going to be like that. I mean, that's obviously going to be too close, right? But to make 12, you're going to have to be 6 long. So we're probably wide enough. But that's also probably going to need to be moved a little bit farther away. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I think that works. Probably just need it to be a little bit longer. I think the width is pretty good. I think we'll go back and get the cable now because we're pretty close to putting these extractors down anyway. So we'll quickly go back and get some more cables. And I say quickly, it's like a 5-minute round trip, but. The thing is, also, once we've even got a small amount of rubber, we can just build the big truck instead anyway. She programs all the equipment that manufactures pretty much everything that is important to the government. Satellites, jets, missiles, farm equipment. She must be a smart person. I always wish I'd done computer science at university. Like, if I knew what I knew now, and I could speak to myself as like an 18-year-old, that's what I would have told myself to do. Then I did a crappy law degree. Because, like, yeah, if I knew what I knew about the world now, I'd be like, you like that kind of thing, you should really do that. No, I'm not. I went into the legal industry for like a year and I hated it. Which, considering you spent 6 years getting a law degree, seems like a massive waste of time, but it's all a learning experience, I guess. So I just work in financial services now. The manager in financial services, which is just like, you know, just a nothing job, really. Pays the bills. Oh, that's not what. Well, we might grab some more of that while we're here, just in case. We want cables. That should probably be enough. Come on. But yeah. Wish I had done computer science. Because, you know, I mean, obviously I'm not very good at it, but I've done some coding courses. HTML, Java, Python. It was very, very enjoyable. It was like as I was doing it, I was like, my brain just gets this. And it was all just a little too late. Do a little bit of everything. Mechanic work to repairing electronics and building computers. As well as, yeah, you do a little bit of everything. Building computers, you go hunting, you go fishing. Jack of all trades. I'm probably just the least handsy person you've ever met. Like, I know how to... And considering I grew up on a farm, it's kind of funny that I'm just the least handsy person, because I probably should know how to do a lot more than I do. Like, I can ride motorbikes and stuff. I know how to herd cattle, but, like, I'm really not good at repairing anything. Especially anything mechanical. I'm alright at fixing computers. Done livestock work too. Yeah, the funny thing is, unless it's like in open ground, or they mostly just do what you're told, right? They're pretty dumb animals. They're pretty easy to manipulate. Right, we have to think about how to do this. You're good at coding, but you hate it. Yeah, I mean, I say it works in my brain, but I've never, like, I say it works for my brain, but I've never actually done anything difficult, so I might not be that good at it. But the very, very beginner level, where you're, like, figuring out loops and syntax and stuff, I did enjoy a lot. Okay. So, because 240 comes from here, name this properly, right? 40 comes from there, and 120 comes from there. We can only add this pipe to this line once we've removed $60. Right, because 300 can go through the pipe. Yeah, because 240 takes 60, 180 plus 120 is 300. So once we remove 60, which will be 4 generators. No. 2 generators. Okay. So basically after these two, we can add this pipe in. All right, let's get our actual, just kind of threw these down. Let's get our actual dimensions right. Let's put some pipe down so we can pick that up. Really wanted to be a chemist or an electrical mechanical engineer as a kid, but I hated school. Yeah, I didn't want to be anything. I think that was my problem. Like, I didn't want to be anything, and then I found legal studies to be quite interesting in grade 11, and then all of a sudden it occurred to me I wanted to be a lawyer. So it kind of didn't matter after that, but I think my problem is I really never had anything that I wanted to be, which was bad, because then you just make random decisions about what you're going to do with your future, which never usually works out that well. I'm always jealous of those people that, like, just grew up and knew what they wanted to be. Although, it doesn't really help because kids are pretty dumb and they come up with the dumbest reasons. Yeah, the thing is, like, I agree with you. Like, the problem is I do like law. I really liked studying law. Studying law is very, very interesting. Like, the actual mechanics of the legal system and the way and legislation and how laws work is extremely interesting. But like a lot of things, the practice of law is very, very uninteresting. In fact, 80% of legal practice is like dealing with the humans, which is the worst part of anything. Like, I think a more academic legal role would be extremely interesting, but also the more academic legal roles are like for the super brains, not the dum-dums like me. You know, it's like, I never really had that option. Yeah, you also don't get paid well for teaching. That's true. That's why they try to lump the extremely expensive textbooks that they wrote on you, because that's their only way of making good money. Let's put that away because we don't need Probably won't need Mark III belts for a while. Although, I think that might be changing a little bit. Not necessarily just law, but like, I think being in the university system is getting more and more very well paid. I know a lot of people, not a lot, I know a couple of people in the university systems that are like, they're not even like professors yet, and they're on like 100K plus. So I think it might depend on what you teach. All right, refinery. So there's only one input, right? So this isn't actually needed. It's just there for the other recipes, I guess. Like the petroleum coke. No? Yeah. This recipe requires water and polymer resin. But we're not doing that. We're just doing this. We just need pipes going in. Things are bad in the US. Lowest bidder gets hired because colleges and universities are making money making. Yeah. I mean, they're kind of like that here, but then probably not as bad. And I think the other thing is that the college sport aspect is like nowhere near as bad here because no one actually cares. Well, no one cares about university sport here. Other than the people playing it. Like, it is extremely amateur level sport here, as opposed to, like, the semi-professional level it is in the US. Let's just get this. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. With 1 in the middle. 1, 2. Okay, we can have... Nah, we don't need 2 in the middle. Alright, so we can get rid of the 1 on the end. Look at that little slugger up in the distance. Yeah, because when most of your money-making enterprises are sport, they probably don't really care about how well paid the academics are, right? Are we happy with this? Yeah, I think we're happy. So it's basically lined up. Outputs are lined up with that one. Perfect. Okay. About colleges and universities in the US, it's illegal. Yeah, I know. It is ridiculous. They just find other ways to compensate them, right? And it's all just dodgy as hell. It's all just still an extremely corrupt system. Is that going to be far enough away? Is that going to be too close? First off, it's round the wrong way. Can we still climb the... I feel like that's too close. Yeah, I don't like that. You get corporate sponsors and scholarship sacrificing their brains and body. Yeah, especially for like NFL. I'm sure basketball doesn't quite have the same problem, right? I doubt ice hockey does either, or baseball. But yeah, NFL certainly would. I mean, it's why they're paid so much. It's why they're paid so much even as professional athletes, because they're, you know, once they retire, they don't have the ability to, I mean, depending on who they are, right? It's not obviously not true for everybody, but like you're trading off lifelong earning potential for extremely short term but lucrative earning potential. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Four. 5. 6. Oh, I'd say hockey has a similar issue to American football with brain damage. Yeah, I guess they do. I guess they do bash the shit out of each other. And the funny thing is, their helmets seem so much less like hardcore too. They seem almost a little bit flimsy. But then again, I've never actually worn I've never worn an NFL helmet either. You can tell those things are like sturdy. But yes, they probably do get a fair bit, especially because of the, like, when you get hit from the side like you would in that sport, there would be a lot of like whiplash injuries, which obviously whiplash would cause concussions and shit. I've worn one. You get a headache for hours if you get knocked over and your head hits the ground, I imagine. Especially because ice is like hard as... I mean, NFL turfs aren't particularly soft because it's not real grass, but I imagine, yeah, ice would be even worse. We're not building it up here, we're just putting it here to let us know where the middle is. Really should have. I think we did make sure that it's... Yeah, okay. We're good. There's enough room for foundations here. You have to quit playing football because of that. Yeah. It's not good. I mean, I like... It's interesting the theories you read about how, like, wearing a helmet is actually worse for head injuries, because when people wear a helmet, they think their head's like invincible, and so they lead tackles with their head, and so actually wearing a helmet ends up being way worse in the long run, which I think is very interesting. It actually makes your head less safe. Like, in this country, we obviously have, well, we have 2 different rugby codes, and CT is pretty bad in those codes, but nowhere near as bad as it seems to be in the NFL. You don't see rugby guys getting dementia. Yeah, like, it's not as bad. There certainly is, like, they're taking it much more seriously now. But there certainly are CTE issues in both rugby codes. It's just like, yeah, it's not as bad. Okay, so we are wanting to get that. Hopefully this will tell us. A bit better when this is lined up. just so we know where we need to go. Gonna want the pipes to come out to here. Oh yeah, I knew what you meant. Honestly, I didn't even realize you said Ruby. I read that word as rugby. I didn't even see it. So you're off the hook. I would say we want that to be there. I don't think this pipe's going to reach that far. It's probably too long, right? Yeah, okay. We need to figure out. Adding this pipe after the... Jesus. Shoot the floor. Adding this pipe after this. After the first two. On a conjunction. Yeah. Actually, no. Want it to be in the middle. We can aesthetically run this foundation out. Extractor, so we want to point it out that way. It's not going to reach that, is it? No, okay. The American boxing has gotten more dangerous than ever. Bare knuckle boxing used to not hit you in the face. They wouldn't break their hands. Guys make punching, yeah. I mean, I've read that before too. It does make sense. Yeah, because they wouldn't punch you in the face. Because, yeah, it would just hurt and break your hands. So it was all body shots. Well, it does make it a little bit harder to decide who won, I suppose. But yeah, I have read that before. It's very interesting, isn't it? So we're going to want to put floor holes in front of these, right? There's a hole. There's a hole in the ground. I really doubt this would be more than 10 meters of head lift, right? I don't think we'll need any pumps for this. Yeah, I've never actually been, because I used to play rugby when I was, well, I mean, I probably arguably still do, I'm just not playing at the moment. But I didn't play for like a very long time. I'm just kind of glad now in my older years that I never had a concussion. Just lucky, just never did. Put myself into a lot of positions where I probably could have got one, but I just never got one. American football and soccer as a kid. Yeah, I played field hockey as a kid, which is much less dangerous. It's much less dangerous. I feel like we're gonna need to get rid of all of these to do this, because I can't see shit otherwise. But yeah, I didn't start playing rugby until I was an adult, which is probably a good thing, to be honest. Like a lot of the... I mean, I have no evidence for this, but I think a lot of the CTE issues probably come from having your head bashed in from a very young age, you know? Can we just do that? Okay, cool. It wasn't huge for my age, so my stepdad football coach always did his best to get me to play. Yeah, well, you were a 5'11", 100-kilo 15-year-old. It makes sense you played football. You would have killed it. What position did you play? I'm guessing you played like... If you're that tall and that big, you played like tight end, but you also might have played a tackle. Played center and linebacker. Oh, that's right, because I keep thinking of like professional football where you only play one side. I imagine a lot of high school, you probably play both offense and defense, right? I feel like linebacker would be a sweet spot to play, because it's not as restricted. Because like when you were a cornerback or an offensive guard, right? Especially a cornerback, I imagine, especially at the lower levels, you probably wouldn't play zone defense so much. It's all just man, so you don't really have a lot of choices. And then tackles, you probably are just stuck always against the one man you're up against. But linebacker probably has a fair bit of freedom, so I feel like linebacker would be a fun position to play. I guess my question is it necessary to have a junction for each of these, or can I just have one junction in the middle? Or is that going to look real ugly? Let's try it. Let's give it a little test. I was out the whole game. It was slow for a linebacker. I made people think twice. You know, when you're a huge dude, you probably would. But I guess, like, I mean, again, this is just guessing, right? But I imagine junior football, because my understanding is the time doesn't stop as much. So, like, although you're playing the full game, offense and defense, it's a lot less actual playing because kids are just bad at sport, right? So it's a lot more faffing around and a lot more time on the clock running down. I like that. I like that better. I think we're going to do that. Somewhere down the middle. And then the clipping on this one won't be so bad either. Down the middle. All right. I wonder if we're going to need a pump in here. Surely not. It should, if it's all just going one direction, it probably should just... I doubt there's going to be like a split push to go this way. It should all just go that direction. I hope. So that's 240. Let's just double check. Take off 60 goes to 180. Add 120 is 300. There's no margin for error here, but I think that should be fine. Distractor does have head lift on it, right? Yeah, 10 meters. I really doubt that's more than 10 meters. Normally it gives you head lift on here somewhere. Ah, well. That's fine. Oh, no. It's going to be in the way. Far out. What I'm feeling is this should be like a block higher. To keep this in mind for next time. Yeah, the clipping straight through it. Okay, how are we gonna... Unless we go down to the floor. I also don't think it's really going to let us do that, is it? Oh yeah, we can go under. Rubber can get wet. This is going to look real dumb. It's going to look real dumb. Honestly, this really should be higher. How am I going to pull this down? Because although pulling this down, it's going to take a lot of time. Although we've worked out all the dimensions, the pipes are already there. Because in future, there's going to be multiple things coming out, right? I mean, no, that is true. Because fuel is the heavy residue is going to be coming out of here, and there's going to be nowhere for it to go. So we're going to need multiple levels. Shit. All right. We were so close too. All right. But it's a good thing we figured this out now and not when we've gone any further. So you are at that will be enough space to get the pipes out, right? The thing is, we need enough space for pipe in. We need enough space for plastic out, and we need enough space for fuel out. God damn, we put it the wrong way. I mean, it's close enough for figuring out what we want here. So, there seems to be enough space. So if that's all running out like that, at that height, it should be enough to run pipes here. So I think this level is a good spot. God damn it. Right. Are you back? That was quick.
Holy. I look at this. No. I had my hair up. Okay. Thanks for calling me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I didn't want to draw attention to myself, so sorry.
Did they care? Okay.
Fuck. Should've drawn it.
I know, right? How dare they? Hey, the game would be good. Yeah. I'm not great with the ladies, am I? I have no game. And I'm okay to admit that, you know? I'm alright with it. Who needs them anyway? Just heard that. No, they certainly are not. I mean, I'm sure there would be some, right? There's got to be someone out there that like factory games. Stuff like Minecraft. That is true. Suppose there aren't like more true crime games, because I feel like they would love those too. They love true crime. I'm building a floor for my refinery factory here. Requires a lot of space because they are enormous. Oh, we built one too many. Okay, that's fine. All right. Are we happy with where that is? We're not. Supposed to be one more back. Like factory games are not gonna spend the money on a game that I'll play twice a month. Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of factory games that are quite cheap, so I guess it depends on how much you want to pay, right? That's where we want it. Now, want it even. Actually, we learnt it's easy to do from this direction. And 2 apart. How much was this game? I don't remember, because I bought this game in early access in like 2019. So I don't remember how much I paid for it. I don't think it was very expensive. And also, if I tell you, it'll be in Australian dollars, which skews it a little bit. I think it was like 40 Australian dollars, which is like 25 US, I think. Something about there. So it wasn't very expensive. But it did also take 5 years to come out, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Six. All right. And the other direction. Oh no, we need to do the first one from here. Perfect. But yes, I feel like this game is worth it. Pretty good game. I'm certainly obsessed with it. I've gotten my hours out of it. I'll tell you that. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. My all-time goal would be going to Jamaica because 1 USD is like 50 of their currency. Yeah, that is true. You just got to be able to take a lot with you, right? Like yeah. As long as you've got a lot to take with you, that's fine. That works. There's a lot of countries around Australia like that too. Vietnam, Indonesia. Where like you really don't have to go there with much. The most expensive part is getting there because Australia is not close to anything. So the most expensive part is actually getting to most of these places. And then once you get there, it's very cheap. One of the major downsides of living in this country is you aren't near anything. Other than New Zealand, which is nice, right? New Zealand's nice, but it would be nice if there was, you know, we can't just, Europe's not just like a leisurely 8-hour flight away. Favorite stream was retired to Vietnam. Yeah, that'd be nice. If you got the monies to set up a life, it would be amazing. Probably don't even really need that much. But it's more than what I have, I can tell you that for free. Alright. No worries, the game will be good. Enjoy. Probably had less than 1 mil. While I agree that is an achievable amount to be able to go there and retire, it's certainly not. I certainly do not have $1 million. I wish I had if I had $1 million, I wouldn't have $1 million because I would have bought a house or something, you know? But yes, $1 million is not exactly within my reach. That's right, we probably should just delete the middle here, especially now that we're higher. And my question now will be, will all of these need their own lift pump? Because I imagine actually we can probably just put a pump on here. Missed any, have we? We can see how much the head lift is. I think it actually will just tell you, right? Right, so oil in. Now this is a point where we probably need to put a floor in. Just so it's a little bit easier to see what we're doing here. I was going to say, I wonder if we should run the oil on the outside and have the outputs go in the middle. I feel like having to split this amongst two extractors on the outside might be a bit messy. So we'll just keep it as it is. Okay. Because I feel like we need rubber first, we're going to do first. Basically, I just want to build this truck. I mean, I'm going to be honest. It's mostly about the truck. We can. Probably should have kept this, as long as it's not clipping with anything. Also, we've lost our concrete. We're running out of output, so which means we want you're going to be making 12 times 120 be 240 rubber, right? Okay. Really is not liking me alt-tabbing out of this today. It's having an absolute nightmare. Okay. 240, which means just need Mark III belt for all of it. That's fine. We want merger. Industrial storage. Oh, we need beams. Okay. Let's take 1 beams. 1 beams, please. Perfect. Actually, no. We're running a whole bunch of Mark III conveyor belt. We're going to need all of it. So 30, 60, 90. It's a good thing we don't have to go back for all of this, huh? Is that right? 20. Okay. $20, $40, $60, $80 goes to Mark II. $100, And then this will spit out 120. $20, $40, $60, $80, $100. Is that going to be too close for another merger? It's not. Then 120 and 120 combined into 240 requires Mark III belt. I kind of wish there was a way to combine into this one, but I don't think there is, right? Can you put a merger that goes out? That way. You can't go in the back. Okay, that's fine. Looks a bit dumb, but it'll do. I'm assuming if we put a pipe hole here, it's going to be right where the conveyor belt is. Yeah, okay. And it's going to run out somewhere. I imagine we'll have the... I mean, if we really need to... have the fuel burning, the power generators out there. I don't know how much power we'll actually need. work. That will work. That'll allow us to go along there, and then we just need... Yep. And like that. I can go to all of them. Just stop that line. I'm just using this as a marker post. I'm trying to think this through too hard, but... Yeah. Just because I'll be able to see where this is from, like, down there. It'll be a lot easier to tell. We'll come back and remove them afterwards. Yeah, it doesn't line up, right? Isn't that annoying? Alright, guess we... That's not just like a perspective thing either, right? That genuinely isn't an option. Alright. Fine. It's... fine. Wait, we've also done this wrong. Christ, okay. Just ignore that. I need that one and that one. I mean, they're still off center, but don't need as many of them. And same thing on the other side. they're all wired up. Just got to get the fuel out now. This is gonna be oh, this is gonna be frustrating. All right. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much the last one. One too many. One too many. I'm not really sure what we're supposed to do with all this fuel until we unlock the generators. Oh, that's right. This goes to... six refineries. I turn this into fuel, right? We're going to build the other 12 out that way. Maybe we can have... because these are going to go into... yeah, so 12 of them is going to sit... oh, that's right. I think, yep. Because it's not the same. This creates 10. This one creates 20. So in total, they're going to create 360. Which is going to require 6 refineries, but... 4 of them are going to be for the rubber. 2 of them are going to be for the plastic. Okay. Either way, we're going to need have 6 refineries off here somewhere. Probably here. The other 12 are going to be like here. Have these off to the side. And then the fuel can either go out there to be generated or turned into other fuel here somewhere. Or even, actually, we might even go this way. There's definitely more space this way. Yeah, actually, we could probably just add a... might need to be two separate. So rubber, that's going to create 12 of them is going to create 240. You'll be all right for one pipe. All 24 refineries are going to create 360, which will not be enough for one. Will be too much for one pipe. Good to know. Okay. I think we should redo this. I think we should try and keep this as clear as possible for the piping. If that's going to come out at 120, we need a Mark II on it. Gonna have to merge it out that way. Mark through like that. Oh. Hello. How is it? How's it going? Bit stuck, mate. There you go. Okay. Good chat. And then this needs to be Mark III. Ooh. Okay. And I know this is going to seem a little ridiculous, but I think it will be worth it. Ridiculous. We're out of concrete. See? If that's the case, we could probably get rid of it. We are probably going to need to go get some more concrete. So we need a merger on that. Oh no, that doesn't need to be Mark III, does it? Maybe Mark II. that's all straight, right? Yeah. Perfect. Besides this looking real janky, I think that's a much better position. So we can go that. Okay. Just cancel it. Surprised it's not giving me a little marker for that. Fine. I'll survive without it. I think we're lucky to be getting away with this, but we are, so that's fine. One, two. That's not good. Don't suppose we could have that sticking out that way. Is that this guy? Is he in the way? Ah, it's a splitter, that's why. Duh. Go, and then Mark 5. That. No, that's not actually what we wanted to. that's not actually what we wanted to do. Have it go out that way. Wing. And that does make it a bit straighter too. Can you... I love you, but can you please go away? Thank you. Sorry. Sorry, alright? I didn't want to do that. Yeah, that was going to happen. All right. Are you for real? Jesus, this guy. Okay. We probably are going to have to go back and get some concrete soon, because we are about out. If we can get these all in one go this time. All right. That goes out to the 4 refineries out here. Fuck, you might as well just do that now. Right. We need more concrete. We need a lot more concrete. I think we took all of that out of here, right? There's not more in here. Huh. That helps a lot. We'll leave a gap of 1. We only need space for 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, we need 6, but so basically this again. Essentially need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 7 more. Except I think we're going to run into that generator, which is really not good. Actually, maybe we can do 4 and 2. So we're going to need to build our power plant out here with the water. Actually, no, and it's not 6, that's 12. We need 3. So it's not like probably only going to need to be 4 long. 1 gap. 1, 2, 3, 4. It actually might fit. We really are just being very in the way, you know? This is 1 gap. So, no. All right. Okay. Close. Actually, there. I think there. Make it a nice right angle. Perfect. Jesus, okay, there's a huge gap there. only needs to go out to about there. Probably not even that. I don't really know if any of this is a good idea, but gonna have to troubleshoot as we go. Make sure these are actually all on rubber. I think we changed some of them, especially the one on the end. Right. You are all on steel. I think I did them wrong. I was going to say, we'd leave them where they were, but space is, like, important, so... That's not going to connect, but that doesn't connect. Oh, it does connect, okay. We might have done these all wrong. I think these were the same after all that. Looks so uneven. Surgery my friend is having is going to cost more than 250,000 USD. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oof, that's I'm guessing, is that out of pocket or? Geez, that's good insurance, so it's only 10k out of pocket. Yeah, geez, that's crazy, isn't it? Good thing she has good insurance. But then again, when you're making that kind of money for the government, probably can afford to have good insurance. All right, are we? I know we need to figure out what we're gonna do with this. Plus 5k for a hotel because she is traveling over 3,000 kilometers for it. Is she staying in the US? Is the US like 3,000 kilometers wide? Probably is, isn't it? Going from one coast to the other. From Wisconsin to, yeah, right in the top right, the northeast. Yeah, that'll do it. I feel like there's a, oh, man, on some shop, which we don't have screws for. Only 4 hospitals in the country can help it. Jesus. What kind of surgery is she having? Do you know? So I'm assuming the only storage for fluid is this, right? Ah, I see. Yeah, that'll do it. I don't really know what to do with this fuel in the meantime, other than just to put a bunch of fluid buffers down. The 4 of them are going to be making 160 a minute, so it's going to be filled in like 3 minutes. Oh, we can do it on the roof. Oh, okay. That might be too close to pull off, though. Maybe not. I mean, I guess you can put down just a bunch of these, right? Recovery is at least 4 weeks and insurance isn't paying for caretaker. I feel like I've heard stories of people in that situation where, like, because, and I think this is even here, like, I think this is a practice in the US as well, but certainly here, that, like, overnight hospital care is so outrageously expensive and the hospitals are so massively overworked that your insurance company will actually pay you to go into a hotel and then pay for a carer to care for you in the hotel. So you basically, your hospital stay is just like in a hotel. I know you said they're not paying for a caretaker, but like, it wouldn't surprise me that the insurance just pays for like a hospital room, right? The US, if insurance wasn't allowed to see. Yeah, actually, that's true. I mean, not that I know anything about US insurance, but it kind of sounds like their answer to that would just be like, you can just die. So I think in order to get this, we're going to have to put a roof up here. Cheaper to have you dead as soon as possible and perfectly legal. True. Although there is those crazy conspiracies that are like, they don't want to give you the cancer drugs because they want to keep you, because if you, they suppress cancer cures because if you cure cancer, they can't charge you, right? Oh man, oh, yeah, 100%. Of course, they're bullshit. Like, otherwise, people like Steve Jobs wouldn't die of cancer if there really was cancer treatments available. But it is pretty funny. Well, not funny, but like, it is interesting when people say shit like that. So we're just going to put a bunch of these down. Doesn't seem to be an input or output, so... Just until we know what we're actually supposed to be doing with this, because like we don't... The power is not immediately available. So until we can get power up here. You want to go that route, then look at the rate of obesity. Yeah, true. That is true. Alright. I think we're ready to turn this on. We won't cover this up yet because we need to check on the pipes, but let's do it. Almost taken the entire session to do this, but 50% obese by 2030. Jesus. And we need to connect the other one. Okay, so $240 because... If we put... that... Okay. God damn it. That was supposed to be connected to that. We need you to go. Ah, there it is. We're just going to place this one down first. Somewhere along there. There. You, and you. No power. Theme, right? Ah, because we don't. Probably know this, but the #1 killer of Americans' heart disease. Yeah. It's very similar for Australians too. I think heart disease is the #1 as well. I realized it was longer. Yeah. 2014 was a decade ago. Do you reckon that's working now? Yeah, so they were obviously above 20 meters. I reckon it was working all the way down the line, though. Yeah, the fluids in this game are probably the most difficult part. There should be rubber going out, right? Dick. I mean, that's still 300 a minute. Let's check. For the pump. 240, yeah. After the pump. after the first set. And then wait. So this one should be... Okay. 300. I mean, it's still full, right? I mean, I doubt that would be the cause, right? Let's try an extra pump. Let's see if this helps. Okay. Maybe it was just too far away. You get a situation here where certain people are focusing on 0.3% of the population versus 20. Yeah. I mean, that's inherent to humans, right? We have a bunch of different biases that are very bad for our critical thinking. I'm gonna go ahead and guess these are filling up with fuel then. Okay. Not those ones. These four. God. I'm stuck. Cool. All right. Rubber part. Good. Lots of rubber. In order to make this truck. Oh yeah. So much more storage. Just get rid of these beryl nuts. Probably put some of these motors away. We need to put the biofuel in too. I'm assuming we can't just put like legitimate. Oh no, we need to be able to package it first. Okay. Awesome. All right. we cannot really get to drive it yet, but all right. One factory done. Jesus. I think the next one is the packaging technology anyway. So, and then it's the generator after that. Hopefully we took enough rubber. I think one of them needs plastic though, so probably should have checked this before. It's probably not going to be able to tell us here, is it? Oh, I have an inbox. Go. Hey, Mary Carter 02. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm good, thank you. How are you? That is good. I'm glad you're good. It's gone alright. It's gone alright. We've achieved a lot today. Which is all we were really looking for. We built a whole refinery. That's nice. Fluid packaging. And you need plastic for it. Okay. Or maybe we should just do... Ah, we need plastic for that too. I'm from Australia. Industrial... Ah, industrial. Nice. Alright, so we need to get our plastic up and running as well. Nice to meet you too. All of anything of value really needs plastic. Okay. Probably should have done plastic first. Oh. We'll chuck all of our rubber in here. Like that. I think we should go grab a bunch of sand too. Because there would be a huge amount in there now. We don't really need any of this. You're 45 overclocks. I would say this. I would say, well, I mean, I don't stream anything mostly, really. I move from game to game. I don't really have one game. I just stream because it's just a hobby to me. So I just play whatever. I just stream whatever it is I'm playing at the moment. This is like the most basic setup you can possibly get. I just really stream whatever I'm playing, whatever that happens to be. We probably do need that truck. We probably should have driven that truck back. let's just dump a bunch of this stuff. So we're basically just going to have to run over there, I think. If it's about artwork and stuff, I'm not really interested. Like I said, I don't... iron plate. This is just a hobby, so I don't really have no interest in paying for anything. Other than I already do, like the internet, right? I think that's probably enough space. This is going to be a bit of a hike too. Actually, it shouldn't take me too long. Not with the blade runners on. I don't know why I'm looking at that. You should just be ignoring those dudes. Like, they have actually, yeah, they're not dangerous to us at all. We got bigger fish to fry. Where is this place? It's over here. Ah, shit, it's down here. Okay. We've gone completely the wrong way. Jesus Christ. Okay. That's a lot of Sam. That is a lot of Sam. I wonder what this Sam is for once you're done with upgrades. I mean, all those upgrades will require a fair bit, but... This is actually a lot closer to the base than I thought it was. Do you reckon I'm going to be able to get up there? Oh. Close. Close enough. You might have to swap this out for that. Can I just build straight over the top of it? I can't. We also need stuff back. What was it? Steel pipes. Yes? No. Cool. That's going to make an actual shitload of reanimated Sam. Alright. We've got our last space back. Take all. Take all. Alright, so we don't have much time left. We've got about 5 minutes. We can start the plastic refinery too. I mean, most of the hard work's been done. Just got to actually lay it out, that's all. And come back with loads of plastic. But yes, we absolutely should have done the plastic first. I don't know why I thought we'd need rubber first, but yeah, we definitely need plastic first. So with the other side, the plastic side, we're essentially going to do the same layout, except the crude oil is going to come from the other direction. So it's basically going to be the reverse. Wonder if we could blueprint it and just flip it. Wonder how big the blueprint could be. Archie's going off. He's discovered an imminent threat to everyone's safety. Yeah. It's a benefit of that speed. Right. Blueprints. How does this work? How do you create a blueprint? Hello. What is going on? There's a possum outside.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty light for there to be a possum outside.
I should sit there nomming on something. Oh crap.
How do you do this? I know. And look at our inbox. Ma'am. Fix-it blueprints.
Milestone reached. Blueprints reduce repetitive building tasks, further optimizing your progression towards saving Earth. With its beautiful ecosystems, abundant natural resources, and sunsets over frolicking
Blueprint
puppies
designer.
and kittens. The Blueprint Designer allows you to build and combine structures once and then duplicate that configuration effortlessly. Any complaints about the spatial restrictions will only reveal your own inefficiencies.
How do we make a... Ah. I see. Jesus Christ. Okay. Ah, so it's got to fit in that. Right, that doesn't really help us, does it?
Once you have built a satisfactory blueprint, interact with the Blueprint Designer terminal to save it. It will then be available in the Blueprints tab of your build menu. Blueprints can always be edited to correct mistakes or optimize. If you find yourself struggling to work within the set size restrictions, remember that this is a you problem, and efficiency can always be improved.
Good one. Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty big, but, like, that's not going to help us here. Okay. So how much do we need to make this? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we keep this as the 9, it means there's going to be that much space either side, which means there's going to be about that much space. I think that's fine. So if we count this as the 9, from here, 2, 3, 4, need 5 more. Okay, and then they comes from there, and the other ones come from there. Actually work quite well. That's the pure one, so that'll have to go in first. This one will come in after one set. The little foot should be just on the outside of the square. Right. In the same place. Perfect. We need to step back a bit here. It's hard to say 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we should know by now. We could just go until we run out of space, and that's however many it needs to be, right? Is that too much? I think that's too much. Boy, we're out of motors. Uh-oh. Well, there's some in this truck. Because we need some for the extractor too. 5-minute round trip to go get more. Actually, more than that, because we've got to go out to the little side factory too. Get them. So this should be enough. Quite a refinery, huh? Do all the piping. I was about to say, that doesn't look right. That one's off, that's why. Okay. So we'll put these generators down. We know we don't need any more stuff other than piping geosticks. That's going to go in after the first one. Aimed like that. That's going to come out. That. Unfortunately, because we've hit sand here, it's going to be a little bit weirdly angled to begin with, but should be fine after that. That in the middle. That looks pretty in the middle. After here, we kind of have to not rely on the grid. That's pretty straight, right? This is the part where we delete all of the middle ones so we can see what we're doing here. And thinking now that it's, I don't think any of these pipes now will have the issue of going over the 300. The output is Jesus. Wild. Even the outputs are less, right? Hello. Yes. Yes. Oh my god, it's 10 past. Okay. Well, successful day. We got half of this factory up and running, which is good. Probably full of rubber now, right? Yeah, we're probably full of heavy oil residue. We can't make more. There's probably a bunch of rubber sitting in there, which is fine. And when we come back, we'll finish this side. Actually, I think we can... I mean, it's probably not the best, right? But I'm pretty sure we can just purge this, right? we need the factories to run again. Just purge all of this. Full pipe network. Which means these should all start running again. Not that one, because that's not connected to anything. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, we've got to go get dinner. I don't know if I'll stream over the weekend, whether it'll be inspirational take me, but I'm so addicted to this game, it's always possible. So, but otherwise, I'll be back on Monday. But thanks all for watching. I appreciate it as always. I'll definitely be back on Monday, but we'll see how we go over the weekend. Might get some bonus content, right? Yay. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. I'll see you next week.